Hello, Grace Baptist Academy Upper School. It's Mr. Hicks again. This is our Word of the Week video. You can see I have a guest with us. You probably recognize his face because he was on a video with us earlier. I am glad to reintroduce to you my friend, Tommy Dahl. He's a major in the U.S. Army, and he has a couple of nephews in our school, and his wife is a graduate of our school, so I'm glad to let him have at the Word of the Week. Tommy, thank you for being here.
Good to be here. Grace, thanks for having me. Excited to be part of this and think it's a really good idea. Hey, listen, the word of the week is character. And we define character the way the Apostle Paul explains it in Romans 5:4, where he conveys it as proven worth. In other words, character is experience, someone who has faced a dilemma or acted right or righteously. Make no mistake, we must be people of character in every circumstance. The question you must ask in the toughest times is, how will you live? How will you act? And will you be pleasing to God? You know, almost 30 years ago, 2 U.S. Army Special Operations soldiers found themselves in an overwatch position in the Battle of Mogadishu in Somalia, Africa. 2 U.S. Army helicopters had been shot down in the city, and several U.S. Army Rangers and special operators were unable to get to the helicopters to secure them as they were to cut off from the objective. So compounding all this dilemma, or the fact that our militia were maneuvering to the crash site, and their intent was to secure the site, destroy the helicopters, and really capture and detain the American service members on board. You know, time was of the essence, resources were limited, and there weren't many options. So these 2 soldiers, Master Sergeant Sugar and Sergeant First Class Gordon, observed all this from the helicopter they were in, and quicker understood the limitations that were at hand. With all these facts in mind and the realization of the dilemma at hand, they knew that as special operators, they understood their hazards of their chosen profession, and also the responsibility of who they were. And they requested to insert into the chaotic dilemma and to help wherever they could. Why would anyone do this? Well, I think for those 2, first, they had lived and trained endlessly for such a moment. They had spent countless hours and exercises, so if such a dilemma were presented, they would know the decision to make and how to act. 2, they were serious not only about what they did, but who they were. They were U.S. Army Special Operators. They were supposed to act in such a manner, and were 100% bought into who and who they represented. And finally, what we know is that 1 or 2 properly trained soldiers can typically handle an untrained organization. You know, as Christians, our character should reflect the same when confronted with a dilemma. 1, we have trained, whether that's through Bible study, Christian mentors, or friends, so we decide and act with character when faced with a dilemma. We know how to do it right. We take seriously who we are. We're children of God. We're believers. We decided that we'd accept Christ through faith. And so we are different and we're committed. We act in a way that pleases God and is aligned with biblical teaching. And 3, I will tell you that 1 or 2 properly trained believers stands out in a dark world. Proven worth, when confronted with a dilemma, lying, cheating, being unfriendly, bullying, how will you act? How will I act? Character matters, so prove it. And that is your word of the week.
Well, Tom, thank you so much. What a great word. I can't add to it, and I don't want to subtract from it. I appreciate you sharing it with us. I hope that we will listen and we will learn from it. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.